A sexual assault and hazing lawsuit involving New Mexico State and 5 members of its men's basketball program was settled this afternoon. Thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News at 6. I'm Andy Morgan. An attorney for the plaintiffs in the case, who are also former members of the men's basketball team, says she's satisfied with the result of the settlement. KTSM 9 Sports Director Colin Deaver has been following this story extensively for us over the past 6 months. Colin joins us live in the studio tonight with more.
Andy, the case was settled today and dismissed with prejudice, which means that none of the defendants can be named in these complaints again. An attorney for the plaintiffs told KTSM today that she was pleased that NMSU took responsibility for the case. Our viewers will remember that back in April, New Mexico State University and former head men's basketball coach Greg Heyer and associate head coach Dominique Taylor, as well as former players Kim Aiken Jr., Dr. Bradley, and Deshaundre Washington were named in the sexual assault and hazing lawsuit filed by 2 of their former teammates, Shakir Odunewu and Deuce Benjamin, as well as Deuce's father, William Benjamin. Attorneys for the plaintiffs told KTSM that the suit has been settled as a whole. New Mexico State University, or the state's risk management department, will be releasing the full details of the settlement at some point. We've also asked for copies of it, but they are not yet available. The lawsuit made multiple allegations of sexual assault, harassment, and hazing against the 3 players that allegedly occurred from July of 2022 until February of 2023. It also alleged that Heyer and Taylor were made aware of the allegations as early as November 12, 2022, and did nothing to stop them from taking place and did not report them to the proper authorities. The plaintiffs are pleased, they say, with the result, and happy this is behind them.
They're satisfied, they're satisfied, and they'll look forward to moving on to other things than dealing with this. But I also believe that they're certainly pleased to have sought accountability, and I was honored to represent them in that fight.
This is the end of the civil case, but the New Mexico Attorney General's office told KTSM today that it is still investigating it for possible criminal charges at this time, as long as the victims named continue to cooperate. It does not appear at this time that they intend to stop cooperating. That investigation does remain ongoing. Now, an attorney for Greg Heyer provided a statement to KTSM today saying, quote, Coach Heyer's version of events was never publicly discussed because he was never interviewed by his former employer, NMSU, or by the attorneys for the plaintiffs. There was no investigation by any agency or group which provided Coach Heyer with the ability to respond to any allegations, all of which he denies. Coach Heyer is pleased to have this chapter behind him and looks forward to return to coaching, end quote. Heyer's lawyer also told KTSM that he won't be paying anything in the lawsuit. Jolene K. Younger, so you just heard, the attorney for the plaintiffs, said that NMSU's insurance policy typically covers employees and agents of the school, which is likely why Heyer's attorney said he won't be paying out of pocket. A short time ago, NMSU releasing a statement acknowledging the lawsuit settlement, saying in part, quote, we're pleased this situation has now come to a resolution and all parties are able to move forward. Our university has more than 400 student athletes who are making a positive difference each day in the classroom, on their teams, and in our community, end quote. We have reached out to Greg Heyer and Dominique Taylor, but have yet to hear back. Deshaundre Washington and Dr. Bradley have commented on social media. Washington said, quote, I was never that type of person ever, end quote. Bradley saying, quote, the truth always comes to light. We are still, we did just get comment from New Mexico State. We'll have more on this story later in sports. Andy.